everyone, I am finally on summer vacation, as you can tell. Congrats to everyone else who survived the school year, and also to this part of the year as well, if you're not in school. But what perfect way to really glow up, but in the summer. It is honestly the perfect time, and most people see it as a vacation and just kind of doing whatever you want to do, which is totally fine. But for me, it is the start of the season of a glow up journey and really transforming yourself into that person that you really want to be. And I'm going to spill all my secrets on really how to glow up physically and mentally. So first, I just want to acknowledge that if you are on a self-love journey and just trying to level up yourself, know that if you're trying to love yourself, you're already loving yourself, But also at the same time, there are also some parts of our life that I'm sure that we're unhappy with and habits that we really want to change, which is why it's so important to first be aware, and I love planning. As you can tell in all my videos, I love planning. And so that's what we're going to start with. So you first want to write down why you started that habit and what in your life triggers you to continue that habit, and what other habit can you implement instead or just remove completely. So for example, let's just say I spend too much time on social media, which is true. And what triggers that? Honestly, it's a way for me to escape and, be stress-free, even though it does make me more stressed. It's kind of a weird thing I have with social media. And then, what I would do to change. Actually, I have been doing this more. I've actually had been reading more books because, reading books, especially fantasy books, it makes me kind of escape into another world. And it's also better for me too, blue light makes you stay awake, so if I am on my phone, I'm definitely not getting the quality of sleep that I need. So it's a win-win, I spend less time on my phone and not consuming content that is healthy for me, but also just reading books, making myself more relaxed naturally. So really keep in mind who that person that you want to be. So for example, if you want to be a billionaire that is rich and famous, think about how you will be like that in the future. What will you be wearing? What will you be doing? What will you be eating? I don't know, something very specific. And I really want you to get specific because that gives you a direction on where to go. And I know it's a little tedious, but for me, it really helps me. For example, if I want to be, a professional tennis player, I know that I have to be stretching every day, working every day, lifting, making sure I eat healthy foods and not consuming junk food, and things like that. These little things, if you start doing them now, it is creating a plan for you in the future. See, mindset is one thing, but also doing it is another. And so, first starting off with mindset, confidence is key, and embracing that future self is also key. People that are fake it till you make it, to be honest, it's kind of true, because even if you don't feel like it, you have to try to feel what that person is feeling, that person that you want to be is feeling. For me, why I am so confident in what I want to do is that know that no matter what, everything always works out, And people that don't believe in it, just think about it. Were there times that were just really stressful and down, but somehow it managed to work out in the end, So having that, that faith and that trust within yourself to do the things that you can do and that you're capable of doing is so important. And what better way to trust yourself and have that confidence is by keeping the habits that you want to do. The promises that you make for yourself is what is the key way to making you trust yourself. So if you tell yourself, I'm going to go to the gym every day, and then you don't, you're lying to yourself. You're not promising yourself you are promising, but you're just not doing what you promised yourself. So how are you supposed to gain, confidence? How are you supposed to trust yourself? So that is really important. You have to fulfill your promises that you tell yourself. So if you're going to get there, then you're going to get there. But you have to know how. So speaking of which, that is a abundance mindset. When I was younger, I used to have such a, kind of that mindset where I feel like nothing is ever going to work out for me. And I feel like everything was always plotted against me. But little did I know that the moment I changed my perspective and the moment I really trusted within myself and life in general, that so many good things started to happen to me. So having that shift in mindset is so important. So for example, right, let's just start off. Let's say this was middle school me, I used to be very, sad, and I felt like everything was, always bad. And I was like, why did this happen to me, oh, I didn't get what I wanted, or hey, this person hurt me and they're my friend. Why? You know? But that is a sign of that they are not your friend and that this is your time to change them being my friend, you know? If you keep letting people mistreat you, and I let that happen to me when I was younger, you know, more people like that came into my life because I didn't have the boundary or the self-respect to say no, to be like, hey, I don't want to be your friend. And so essentially, if you believe in this, and if you don't, it's okay. But I just think that life kind of gives you obstacles that you're meant to overcome. And the moment you overcome them, you know, that means that you're ready for the next step, the next challenge. And I've always been like that. Ever since then and from high school on, I realized how important that is, you know, to keep looking life at a better perspective and knowing that I have and that life is already planned out for me, and what I want means that I will get. So having that kind of confidence is what is going to get you there. And if you really want to be that person, having that endless resilience and that, you know, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there is the mindset that you need. And I really mean whatever it takes for you to get there. If you want to make $1 billion, and let's say you list out your skills, and let's say one of your skills is, you know, let's say your skills is drawing, right? What are you going to do with that money, with that skill to get you money? If you're really good at talking to people, are you willing to really go up to people and talk to them and sell them something, you know? What are you willing to do to get you there? And so if you're really willing to do everything it takes to get there, then prove it to yourself. Obviously, don't do anything immoral, but do something that you have a skill to make you money. So everything, you know, everything should align with your goal. And every action that you should do should be an action that you're... I also just want to mention a book from Atomic Habits. I'm sure everyone has heard of it. But if you don't know, it's a book to kind of let you implement small habits to really change your life and really how to break bad habits and replace it with good habits. I read it and it's really helped me with implementing new habits I really want. But what is really important is this review display. Changes that seem small and unimportant at first will compound into remarkable results if willing to stick with them for years. If you can get 1% better every day for 1 year, you'll be 37 times better at the end of the year. I don't know, that seems small, but that is a lot actually, 37 times better. Can you imagine if you were a beginner pianist and you just practice every day for a little bit, every day of the year? You practice a certain skill, you practice a certain piece, you'll be 37 times better as a beginner. That's crazy, no? So make that promise to yourself, fulfill that desire, get what you want. Be more open-minded. Look at the opportunities that are within you and everywhere else. There are endless amount of opportunities for you, and you can get anything you want, I promise you, as long as you stick to a plan and you become the person that you want to be. For me, what is the most important to really get what you want in life is to feel it. Feelings are so important. And for me, I romanticize every single thing that happens to me. Oh, someone held the door for me? Of course. That's what I deserve, you know? If someone gives me a free product or, I don't know, at a store, of course, I deserve it. There's good people that come into my life. I'm grateful for them, but also I deserve these kind of people. With that mindset, you are grateful, but also knowing where you lie. And do not, look down on yourself, but you are worth more than what you think. That's why, I romanticize almost everything that I do. Actually, what was really funny was that I started to pick up a new hobby. It was crochet. I know I sound old, but I really want to crochet yarn. And I was like, wow, I really want crochet yarns. 2 weeks later, when, I was helping kind of the RA closing, which is where RAs are closing the dorms out, I found crochet yarn under the drawer. Isn't that crazy? I was asking that for 2 weeks and it finally came. And I think it is a crazy coincidence that I found crochet yarn, And I could have been in every other building closing, but I was in that specific building, in that specific room, closing that room. So I think that my chances were pretty slim, but I still got that. And in that same closing time, I also wanted a 3-tier cart. And I got that, someone gave it away and I took it because I feel like life gives you opportunities and chances right in front of you, and if you don't take them, it doesn't mean they won't come around again, but you should show that life that you're ready to take that opportunity and that you're ready for it. So that is really, really important. Now, zoning on to goals after romanticizing, set smaller goals and then that big goal. But also at the same time, your goals should be progress goals. And progress is greater than goals, if that makes sense. If you focus on the end result too much, you're going to miss out on the journey, and that's more valuable than the goal itself. I understand that the goal is very important, but progress is so much more important, because if you zone in on the progress and what you can do 1% better each day, you are set. You're going to reach that goal no matter what. So that's why progress is very, very important. And also, smaller goals also makes you less burnt out. If you set small goals like, hey, let me, get a consistent 10 balls cross court for, a forehand or a backhand. That's a progress. That's a small goal, small little steps. Or I want to be able to reach 5 people and sell 5 people. Whether or not they say yes or no, I just want to be able to do that. Setting small goals like that can really, really, it makes you more motivated, but knowing that you're making progress each time that you want and that you're getting closer and closer to your goal is so much more important and also satisfying. Okay, lastly, is action. Take that action, do what you can, and if you really have what it takes, you will get there no matter what. Everyone has different goals, right? And don't you think it's weird that some people want other things while you want something else? Does that make sense? Some people want to be an accountant, some people want to be a teacher, some people want to be, celebrities. Everyone has different goals. And so I feel that if you're born with that and that is still instilled in you to this day, and that kind of goal makes you wake up and want to go for it, I feel like it is meant for you. There is nothing stopping you there except yourself. It is you against you, and I really hope this helps. If you love yourself, be obsessed with your life. It is your life and not other people's life. Do not take other people's words into consideration. If you were you can't do it, ignore them. Prove them wrong. For me, spite is the greatest motivation for me, but also having that self-love and that self-confidence that I can do it, and having that respect that my opinion matters more than anyone else's when it comes to my life, that should be your mindset. Your life is so, so important, and you want to make the most out of it. So honestly, I believe in you. And for what it's worth, I know we can all make it there. As long as you follow that system that you want to implement into your life, that goal that you want, you will always get what you need and what you want. If you know what's going to happen, why would you worry about it, right? Everything is always going to work out. I promise. So go get that goal. Be that person that you want to be. This is your life. So be happy. You got it. And I hope this video really helps. Thank you so much for all your support. I love you all. And who knows? Maybe you could reach 100 subscribers by the end of the summer. Thank you. Bye.